Hey friends, welcome back to Vincent GG's Super Channel G, and we finally got all of these action figures open, unboxed, and took a look at how cool they are. And man, you're gonna want to check this out. We recently got, of course, these 2-packs that were from Target. Found this Spider-Rex at Walmart along with this Spider-Mobile and this awesome Venom right here. Got it at Walgreens. That was a while back. Same thing as the Spider-Ham. The Spider-Ham was definitely a while back. And either way, finally got around to opening them, so you're not gonna want to miss this. Opened these 4 just not too long ago, and the rest of them today. So guys, before we get started, you're not gonna want to miss this. So before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these incredible Spider-Man action figures. And give us a big thumbs up if you like Spider-Man, you like this video. So what do you say we go ahead and get started right now?
What is up, Vincent GG?
Vincent GG, Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
GG.
Vincent GG from Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi on Super Channel G.
So tight. Don't stop doing what you're doing.
Congratulations on all your success.
Congratulations on everything.
I will see you on the TV on
Super Channel G. Yeah.
God, is this great!
Alright friends, so let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's take a closer look at these 2 action figure sets, and then we'll get them open. Alright, and so why don't we go ahead and start. I was like, which one we start off with? Let's start off with Spider-Man versus Venom. Alright, let's go ahead and get this awesome 2-pack open. Let's take a closer look first. Look at this awesome artwork over here. Here's Spider-Man. Look at this beautiful coloring, the rendering they got going on. Look at this Venom, looks ultra sick. Look at that. He's even got his tongue and saliva going everywhere. And look at the action figures, but this package looks pretty cool. Love the city in the background. Look at that. From a slightly turned perspective, that looks cool. There's a Spider-Man right there from a different action pose than what we have up here. And then Venom, looks like it might be the same pose, just flipped mirror image. We got our picture on the back. We do have where it looks like it was damaged here from something pushing it in. That's all right. And then we have one, what is this called here? I guess it's supposed to be like a web blaster, but that looks cool right there, and they show it like a rocket propelling out. So it says Spider-Man Venom versus Spider-Man. I'm like, over here it says Spider-Man versus Venom. So Spider-Man swings into battle. The symbiotic Venom. Pretty cool. And so, let's get it open. And we'll start off with popping Spider-Man out. Fighting the symbiotic Venom. Ugh! There we go. Why is it not cutting? Are they just that dull? Or they got a bad angle? Okay, there we go. And here we are. Man, it's either some really good rope or some really bad scissors. Wow. There we go. Let's get our Spider-Man on out of here. Cool. And we may as well get our Venom out too at the same time. Alright, nice. And then on this one we're gonna have to cut the ankles out. There we go. And is this taped in here, or is this just jammed in there? Looks like it is taped. We'll probably use a knife to get that out. There we are. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and set this aside. Nothing else to see on this package. And let's take a closer look at our 2 action figs. So first we have Spider-Man, and let's see what his head sculpt looks like and how his head turns. So turns really well. Obviously can go all the way back around since it's just on a single ball joint right there. It only goes this far back and this far forward, so not a ton of back and forth head articulation. We can slightly tilt, and of course we can turn. So that looks pretty good. We can turn the shoulders all the way around. We can bring the arms almost all the way up. Look at that. Wow, in the opposite direction. Okay. I was thinking maybe they get stuck there, and no they don't. Alright, and then this is how far the arms come down. We do have elbow joints right here, which means we can turn the arm right here at the elbow. And let's see. We can, there we go. Bend the arm this far forward, which is not quite a 90-degree angle, you see, but it does bring it in pretty well. Especially because the basic figures don't typically have elbow joints. Now, something interesting right here at the waist is the legs only go back and forth. They don't go out to the side. Oh, it looks like action figure is busting open from the bottom. Look at that, because I'm pinching it back closed. But anyway, so then be aware I might have to glue that, because if I push it forward, it starts to open again. Splitting his pants. I rip my pants. Okay, there's no waist joint. I do like the mold. Look how cool this looks. That looks awesome. We'd probably even put this here if we wanted to. Look at that. And then as far as the knee joints, same thing like the elbows. Doesn't quite come to a 90-degree angle, but it does come close. And then we can turn it a little bit. No ankle joints, but definitely excited to have knee joints. Now it would have been nice for the hips to be able to go more than just that much back and forth, because it doesn't come straight out to 90-degree angle either. It's still kind of leaning slightly back. But just happy to have multiple points of articulation. We have one hand that's like clasping like it's holding something. For example, this. And then the other one that has shooting webs. Look at that. The web shooter hand. It's kind of cool. And then as far as this is concerned, I guess we can have him hold it like that. Straighten this out. And have him shoot it like this. And let's see, do we just push it? Or do we have a button? Let me see what it says. I forgot to check it. I guess we literally just push it from the back. Because, look at this. So I don't know if we, bam, hit it or just push it till it pops out. So let's find out real quick. We will. Okay, we don't push it down or up or side to side, so. Like, wow, that was really stuck in there. Let's try this again. Wow, it's really in there. Okay, it actually comes out way better than it did the first time. So, and it clicks in there pretty hard, but I guess once I've removed it once, it actually pops out pretty alright. You have to click it in there pretty hard, but to come out, you do have to give it a little bit of force. Something interesting is it looks like my Spider-Man keeps splitting open from the side. Look at that. So I'm going to have to glue him down. Wow, that's not something you typically see. These things are usually built pretty heavy. But unfortunately I do have that going on, so I'll glue mine. But something to be aware of. And I don't know if it's just because we're moving the legs so much that it's splitting it open there, or if it's also because I'm moving the arms. Look. So that's something that we're not used to have going on. So be aware, obviously, of that. The spider symbol on the back looks really cool. The paint's a little rushed, so it's a little lower than it should be, and part of the spider symbol is blue instead of all red. But otherwise, I like the colors of this action figure. Spider symbol looks cool. The mold is what I like the most about it. And yeah, look at the boots. So, looks pretty cool. The split that's happening all the way down the middle is unfortunate, but does have pretty decent articulation, especially for a basic figure. Let's put this back on here. Let's have him hold this again. And we can have him aim this at Venom right here. And here we go. Wow! Did I even nick it at all, or just shot over it? Wow, I did hit it, didn't it? Let's slow motion that and see what happens. And is it just grazing it or what? Let's see. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. And I don't know if it's because when I push it, it ends up coming out at a slight angle. So, are we even hitting it? It's happening so fast. Let's see. That one's a yes. Let's try this again. Okay, well, might not be strong enough to knock Venom over. Alright, come on, Venom, Venom, Venom. Wow, I just went like, and like just grazed him and... Okay, you saw that. Okay, there you go. Not strong enough to knock over Venom in most cases. That was the best we got so far. Try to hit it as hard as I can, then that's it. Interesting. Alright. So, that was our Spider-Man. Now let's take a look at our Venom. Our Venom looks pretty cool. Disappointed that we're not going to be able to move his head. And we don't have tons of joints. But I was thinking we could at least move it side to side, but no, it's just glued on really strong. So we can't even turn it side to side. The tongue. Cannot pose it. I was hoping maybe we can have some sort of something to pose it, like maybe a wire in there. No. As far as the head sculpt, the eyes look decent. And then the bottom teeth, there's a little bit of paint bleed onto where the gums would be. And unfortunately on the top, they just did a big old line across instead of showing where there would be like individual teeth like that with the gums. So I guess we can always touch that up with our own paint. I love the way the spider symbol looks right here, the Venom's spider symbol on the chest. I love how it connects to the back, and we have that going on there, so that looks great. He's like hulking out with these super huge muscles. His legs come that far forward and that far backward if you need to. But need him too far back or forward, he might fall. Cool that the arms do look pretty good like that on the huge bulging muscles. There's no white part right here. I guess I can paint that. And unfortunate that we have no knee or elbow joints, especially when the Spider-Man got us all excited as far as that's concerned, right? So take a closer look at the mold. He does have like a little indentation right here where it would see the nails, his claws right there. Again, sculpt looks pretty good, and the only white on here is on this part of it, because the arms and legs are just black. So overall, it looks pretty good. Unfortunate we don't have more articulation, but definitely doesn't get knocked over with this. So pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a cool pose here. There we go. We can. Let's see how we can make this look. Now, it looks like they made Venom a little bit shorter than Spider-Man, which is also unfortunate because we wanted Venom to look more like a big beast. But in any event, that's what it looks like. What do you think, guys? Alright, let's move on to the other 2-pack with Miles and Carnage. Set these aside over here. Alright, friends, so next now that we've done Spider-Man and Venom, we have Miles Morales versus Carnage. This Spider-Man 2-pack right here that we found at Target also. And look how cool these action figures look. This one does not have, well, I guess there's slight damage in the back, but it doesn't have those dots damage. Well, I guess this is just as bad, maybe? I don't know, whatever. But I'm excited to see that Miles, again, as I mentioned before, has knee and elbow joints, even though unfortunately Carnage does not. So look at this package. This artwork looks awesome. Look at this Miles right here. We have this really awesome action pose. Look at that. That looks really cool. And then we have Carnage right here. That looks awesome. And this looks like the same picture but mirror image. Then over here it says Miles versus Carnage. And not like opposite like the other one. And there we are. We have this like web blaster right here. Well, like the web blaster on the other one, but this one's more of a dart shooting out here. Okay, so on the back it does say
Spider-Man, Miles versus Carnage. Miles Morales suits up and swings in to take on the evil Carnage.
Well, I didn't say much, but cool. Get us hyped up. And let's cut these bad boys on out of here. And then yes, these scissors did not cut very well last time. And maybe it's just really tight rope here. Let's call it that. Okay. And then let's see. There we go. Let's see about Carnage. It'll be enough to. That releases his arm, and it should have been here too, but that's alright. Here we go. Push his hand out, and we'll cut his foot out. There we are. Okay, cool. And then we'll just get this out right here too. There we are. Perfect. Get this out here. Alright, and then this should be the same, right? Oof. There we go. Couldn't get the first one out either. Maybe once we popped it out once. Yep, seems similar. We're now able to shoot it. Oh! It came out and then just wiggled. Went. Just see that again in replay if I remember to edit it. Ah, I did it again, but it didn't go. Let's see. One more time. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's take a look at our Miles. Let's get closer and let's zoom on in. Miles' head sculpt looks pretty awesome. Look at this beautiful red right here. This looks very cool. Now, it's not like Spider-Man where this is our actual like embossing or indentions. This one is strictly paint, but man, what a beautiful paint job they did, and nice sculpt. Also, you can see definitely the definition. Look how cool that looks. Now the head doesn't, it goes a little bit further back than our Spider-Man, our red and blue Spider-Man over there, and it does tilt, so we got better head articulation here. I can't get over how clean and tight this paint looks right here. Looks very nice. Look at this awesome spider symbol. This looks awesome. Okay, as far as the arms, they go all the way around, and then they don't go as high up as Peter, but they definitely go beyond a 90-degree angle. And then of course we have the elbow joint, which comes almost a 90-degree angle. And this one has the opposite arm that has where it would clasp that thing. Okay, so we turn right there, the elbows, let's straighten this out for web shooting action. And then same thing as Peter, the legs come forward. Only go, wow, these actually go all the way back, which is kind of cool in a weird way. But unfortunately the legs do not go out, but we do have knee joints. Look at this. It's a little looser than I would have anticipated, but not terribly loose. It's just really easy to move compared to Peter, where it's like, it actually like, look, it takes some effort. And this one, Like very little effort. Look at that. And it even starts to drift back down on its own. Okay, so all in all, this action figure looks great. Let's see about this blast action right here. This one is different because it actually has this huge like base right here. We can actually have it clamped onto his arm as well, I guess. So we can have this here, and I'm assuming clamp this on here, that we gotta just push that up there. Look at that. Don't know why they made it that huge, but whatever. Let's put Carnage right there and let's see what happens if we try to blast him. There we are. And hopefully we don't get that action going. Okay, there, we just missed. Okay, strong enough to knock Carnage down, but maybe not necessarily Venom. Yep. And Venom, this is gonna be a big no. Nope, just grazed off his head. Okay, cool. So we can pop that off. Let's see. We can put it, I guess we can still put it on his back if we wanted to. And it still fits either way, even though that kind of gets in the way, but it still fits. Look at that. So just making sure this is pointing in the right direction. Cool. It is kind of heavy for him to carry. And let's set up Miles. The action pose, let's see. Here we are. Again, two other legs don't go out, so we can pose this better. But still cool. And you know what? If we have our action hero dynamic action figure stand, maybe this would be even cooler, since I'm not going to be able to get him stand like that without some sort of base, either with a peg on his foot or with hovering over like that. Let me see. I think I got it right over here. At least one of them. So I'm excited about that. Oops. This is loose now. Anyway, these you can still find at Target also. These dynamic action hero stands, action figure stands. But in the back by the movie section. So there we go. Let's see. Here we are. We can angle this. So that's kind of cool. We can change the angle up a little bit, but you see how it's like, that's pretty cool. Again, he's got limited articulation, but at least we can move his elbows and his knees now, compared to other figures in the past. Look at that. Okay, cool. So let's move on and let's look at our Carnage. Let's set him up right here. And this Carnage, zoom on in. Take a look at this face sculpt. I was like, his eyes looked a little crooked. And the paint isn't quite following the sculpt exactly. Look at that. So that may or may not be intentional, but because it doesn't follow it, it looks kind of a little sloppy. Now this is just a straight line that was painted over, like where his teeth and jaws would be. And yeah, since it's straight and doesn't connect to the eyes like maybe it would show in the picture, it just looks a little rushed. So see, that way I can give you an idea what that might look like. Now obviously we may not be able to get that exactly, but maybe the eyes could have been executed just a little bit better. And then if we connected the eyes to right here where it shows like teeth, maybe that would have looked slightly better as well. But nonetheless, overall still a cool figure, because I'm going to show you the scope for the whole figure is cool. If this probably comes off, assuming it comes off. Okay, great. You can show his tendrils. And the part that I'm disappointed on is the lack of joints here. So the legs come that far back, this far forward, but no knee joints. Shoulders go all the way around, but not out, and don't bend at the elbow. So, otherwise, be a little bit cooler. The head goes this far back, this far forward, which is not a lot, turns and tilts a little bit, and so on. Otherwise, the red and the black look pretty cool. I think maybe it could have been a little bit brighter red, but nonetheless looks cool. And then this, we can spin it if we want so that it can kind of be coming off a little differently depending on which way you have them facing. But let's see, I think I would like it like this for now. And too bad his not his wrist, anything, look, it's a little softer than you might think it is. But because not so imposing if he's just standing there. But either way, he's still Carnage and looks cool. And he's not standing up so straight. I don't want to lean him forward, I want him to stand up strong. Oh, I guess that's going to be it right there. So, either way, looks pretty cool. Let's put Miles over here. Let's have Carnage like... Oh, I don't like that his arm comes only straight out. Either way, that looks pretty cool. What do you think? Alright, awesome. Let me know what you think of these two action figures, and let's put them all together right here. Alright friends, look how cool this looks. Here we have our Miles, we have our Carnage, we have Spider-Man, and we have our Venom, and they all look pretty cool all in the same place. Now, I didn't want everybody just standing around. This is about as dynamic as Miles is gonna get because his limited mobility, but at least we can do that. We can turn this stand, tilt it a little bit, maybe even have him going at an angle or upside down. We could do something similar for Spider-Man, but for this little bit of having all four in the same shot looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Alright friends, now that we've done these incredible 2-packs again of Spider-Man versus Venom and Miles versus Carnage, let's go ahead and open this cool Venom that we found a couple years ago at Walgreens. And so the thing about Walgreens is sometimes you can still find action figures that have been chilling there for a long time. So sometimes even years, not kidding. But so there's a chance I might still be able to find this Venom there. Not highly likely, not, but you never know. And sometimes stuff's just hidden there because they don't have a big toy section. It doesn't look like they go through it very often. Maybe annually, I guess. But anyway, let's go ahead, set these cool guys aside, and let's take a look at our really incredible Venom right here. Look at this beautiful artwork. Look at that. Look at his logo, and of course, you'll notice it's the same as what we just opened right here. Look at the theme that we got going on looks cool right here. And yeah, look at that different Spider-Man art right there, but so cool how it's the artwork's going on right here. And let's show you the back. Shows you Spider-Man, says Venom, same here. And check that out. There are other action figures, of course, in the line from Ultimate Spider-Man. It just looks really cool. And we can spin this wheel to turn the tongue. Look at this. So, alright, and this is clearly not the same mold as this Venom either. This one is just so much, even so much cooler. And it is gray versus black, but let's go ahead and see what it says in the back. Look at this beautiful artwork right there. Look how cool that looks. Alright, it says,
Venom, a sinister specimen. Venom can strike down enemies with a single blow.
yeah, that looks pretty outstanding. Look at that. So, alright, let's go ahead and get this open. Alright, and I have the scissors somewhere right around. Here we are. Here we go. Oh, and look, there's still a piece from the other one in there. Is this a rubber band? Or is this a plastic tie? Well, this really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna cut it out anyway. And I was hoping maybe it was attached to this one, but it's not. Alright, cool. Let me start some for the legs, the feet. Alright, awesome. So look at that. Okay, so again, no elbow or knee joints, and the shoulders only go around like clock arms, the hands on the clock. Let's see, the legs, definitely, well, the top part almost would come into what appears to be a 90-degree angle, except the knees bent in this mold. It looks a lot cooler. The head sculpt is even cooler than this one. Look at this, comparing the two already. Look at that. I like the eyes better, I like the mouth better, the teeth better. This is definitely a cooler mold. The legs are making them taller and more intimidating. The arms are even bulkier. The hands, look at that. So we got a different spider symbol right here, obviously than the one we have over here. And look at the back. Doesn't that look wicked? It's awesome. So again, closer look at the sculpt we have going on here. Let me get a little closer, sorry. Look at the head. Too bad this is a little clunky looking, but overall looks great. We cannot turn or move the head, as you can see right there. And then again, look at this huge hands, claws. But that looks really cool. All we gotta do is turn this. Let's move this down, because otherwise it'll hit it right there. You just, oop, going too fast. Look at that. So it spins. Let's see, does it have a year down here? 2017. Wow. I didn't buy this in 2017, I'll tell you that much. So I may have bought it maybe in 2018 or 2019. I'm sorry, 2019 or 2018 or 2019. So I would think 19. But wow, look at that. It's really cool. So I'm digging the mold. Look at his feet. They definitely look, everything looks very intimidating. And the fact that he's taller than the other Venom is really cool too. Look at this. Let's get down closer. You can see it's not taller by a huge amount, but it's noticeable. Look at that. And it also means a difference on whether or not he's taller than Spider-Man. So look at this. So Spider-Man, Venom. You see this Venom, Spider-Man's slightly taller than that Venom, but not this one. So we have them right next to each other. Oops. Have them right next to each other. Spider-Man looks pretty big. When we have them next to this Venom, look at that. So this one's cool. Don't get me wrong, it is cool. But this one is just so much scarier, intimidating. Look at that. What are your thoughts, guys? Pretty awesome, right? And let's see what they all look like together. Alright, and here we go. And look how cool this is to have all 5 of these figures here. Now, I want to see if I can go back and find more from this line right here with these new ones that have this really great articulation. Is awesome too. So this Carnage still looks great, despite the fact that he has limited articulation and mobility. But again, this Venom is an absolute winner. That Carnage looks great, and these two Spider-Men look absolutely outstanding. So I would love to know what your thoughts are, guys. Alright friends, now that we've opened these incredible 2-packs of these Spider-Man action figures, and of course this super cool Venom that was all by himself in this cool package right here, I'd love to move on and do some brand new ones that have dropped, and one old one that we haven't done on since we bought it. But just a quick reminder, where's the box? Like, these were cool ones that we had found at Target. Look at this, Miles Morales versus Carnage. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot it has a thing to shoot it at him. So to shoot at him, these two cool guys were like this. This is a quick reminder because I recorded this video quite a while back. I was like, where's the other box? I'm like, maybe I don't know where the other box is, and not a big deal at all. But the other one was this Venom and this Spider-Man. The Spider-Man's outstanding. And then, of course, this was the Venom that came by himself. That comes from this package right here. But let's set these aside. And here we're going to want to take a look at our Spider-Rex. Look how wild that looks. Our Spider-Mobile complete with Miles Morales in there. You can't see it this very second, but it's because it almost creates a shadow box, so that looks awesome. And it may or may not be the exact same figure. And of course our Spider-Ham, the Rip and Go that came out, I think it was a couple years ago already now. Let me see if it says 2020 or 2019. 2019. Alright, so what should we want to do first? I'm pretty sure it's going to be Spider-Rex, because that Spider-Rex looks outstanding. And then we'll do these two. So what do you say? Set this aside. Right over here. And I'm trying not to drop everything. Let's move our action figures right on over here to the sides, so we can have plenty of room. Let's get closer here. Okay, cool. So check this out. Perfect. So let's move on into this web chomping Spider-Rex. And look how outstanding this actually looks. This is so crazy. Just delving further into these Spider-Verse, right? Look how awesome that looks. So there's 10 sound effects. Look at this beautiful package. Look, it even says the roar right here. If we press this button, it perfectly aligns with that. Look at that. And look at his little web mohawk. And yeah, his blue and red legs. Let's turn this around. See, oh, there's another one over here, back here. We'll see how that works, because they didn't really want to do too much for me. Oh, that's what fires the missile. So we open this up. We'll see. So it says Spider-Rex stomps the bad guys into extinction. So Dino Blast, and that shoots out. And not a whole lot more to look at. Over 16 inches long. Plastic-free packaging. And yeah. Let's cut them open. This right here. Perfect. Extra thick little rope. And is it attached anywhere else? Yes. This one of his hind legs. Little tail out. Hind leg action. Clip that. Here's this right here. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. They ran it through. There's a hole in these. Interesting. That's cool. And then, is this box anything or is it just a box? I'm assuming that's nothing. It just props up our figure, our Spider-Rex. So let's get closer. Let's take a look. And see how cool he is. Look at that. Look at this spider symbol right here. I'm definitely assuming that's what that is. Look how cool it is. And let's see about articulation. His little T-Rex arms don't go very far. Look at his hand with two tiny nails. Alright, I'm assuming a safe assumption is where the batteries go. Speakers at right here. And we can just, with a screwdriver, looks like a small Phillips or flathead, we can take that out. We have 2 buttons here, the one for his roar. Is there a settings button? No, it doesn't look like it. And then for his tail, looks like we can just put this in there and lock it in. There we go. Clicked. Alright, doesn't look the tail turns or moves or does anything. I'm like, okay. Let's assume that one will pop open once we push this in here. Open that and then. Okay, doing something wrong. I guess we'll take a closer look in a second. Oh wow. Okay, I guess I should read the instructions because you push the legs forward and that opens up. And then you can push this down. So push the legs forward. Stuff that in there, and then you can shoot them. I was like, did the legs move? There you go. This one clicks forward. Otherwise, they both move together with the right leg. But, and then once you've got it pushed forward, this is when you can. Wow, and that comes out with a pretty strong velocity. Pretty neat. Let's see how strong it is. Is it strong enough to knock over Spider-Man? Let's see, I'm not usually good at aiming these, so. Alright, here we go. It looks like it might have been, but I had poor aim. Try this one more time. Wow! I shot it over his head. Last time, let's aim low. And let's see which way it's pointing. Oh, that's why. You gotta aim much lower. Okay, here we go. It's like right there. I'm like, how am I missing? I need to see the instant replay because how am I missing? Isn't it like right there? I get like I'm not right next to it, but oh, there we go. Yes, it was. And man, sorry that it took so many tries. This is actually kind of fun just to use it as a for this projectile. Let's try this Venom. See if it's strong enough to knock over this Venom. Okay. Sorry. He's bigger target, so it shouldn't be quite so. Yep. Just aiming slightly too high. What I'm noticing is I'm aiming, but look, it's like pointing up still, so you have to like aim it kind of downish so it would shoot like that, and that's the problem I'm not doing. So, here we go. Too far down. Third time's a charm. I meant fourth time's a charm. Wow, that hit him. Come on. That, you saw that. That hit him. But it didn't knock him down. There we go. Oh, it worked! Okay, so, strong enough to knock Venom down. It is fun to shoot and reload. Let me just show you. You go like this. Up. So, push down. Look how quickly you can reload this bad boy. It doesn't let you press this until these are pushed forward. But if you close the mouth too soon, it will get stuck in the mouth. Watch. So you go. Oh, couldn't do it, but it clearly happened a moment ago. So what do you think? I'm definitely liking this mold for the T-Rex head. Look at that. Definitely loving those teeth. It's super fun to shoot. I will say that. Looks cool. And then let's compare it to... Too bad we can't get him to stand a little taller or higher. Let's compare him to our Spider-Man. Look at that, size-wise. Not too shabby. What are your thoughts? Cool? And we move on to the next one? I think so, because this, oops. The Spider-Rex is pretty awesome, actually. Look at that. Take a couple pictures. There we are. And let's move on to our next one. What do you say? This is pretty cool. And can Spider-Man really... There we go. I was gonna say, can he ride this Spider-Rex? But he could. However, you're gonna have to balance him out because he's already leaning forward. Look at that. So starts to lean forward. But again, looks pretty cool. Look at that. And ugh, too bad I can't get him to stay. But okay, let's move on to our Spider-Ham next anyway. What do you say? Let's move this up. Okay, give me a second. Alright friends, so I know I said that I would move these all aside so we can move on to our Spider-Ham, but this just looked too amazing. And look at our Spider-Man riding Spider-Rex right here. Because it starts to lean forward, I thought it was a good idea to put that little web torpedo coming out right there for him to stand on, because otherwise he's gonna start to lean forward. But yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this Spider-Ham. And there we are. And he has this little vehicle. Look at that. This rip and go. Looks pretty awesome. And yeah, let's get it open. Sorry, had to sneeze right there. Before I dropped the phone and sneeze all loud. Okay, here's our Spider-Ham. And this all looks pretty cool. And I said this vehicle, it's kind of this four-wheel, almost like all-terrain vehicle, right? And then, oh, okay, I didn't know that happened. So it probably goes pretty far, and I don't have enough space if that's the case. But look at this cool package. Of course, it's this same packaging as it was 3 years ago versus now, because it's the Spider-Man series right here. Love the way that looks. And yeah, my only concern is I don't think we're gonna have enough space for him to like rip off and take off elsewhere, which we'll open it, we'll take a look, and if that's the case, because it's like super late in the night or early, whichever, early in the morning, whichever you'd prefer, and when it's sun out, we'll try it. Okay. Let's see if we can't get this to pop open right here without destroying the package. Well, didn't quite accomplish that, but that's alright. Alright, Spider-Ham. Let's see what we got here. Oof, look at this. Pretty clever that they had that there. Okay, got him out. This over here. This right back on over here. There we go. And these, any sort of instructions? Nope. Guess that's our instructions right there. Okay. Well, let's get closer, take a look at what our Spider-Ham looks like. I'm assuming he pops off of there. And it was a false bad assumption. Or is it? No, it's not. Because it felt like he was glued for a second. And there's little pegs right here that he attaches to. Well, it definitely looks like he's not going to be able to stand. But look at his head articulation. Head goes all the way around. This far down, this far up. Tilts a little bit. Do the arms move? Yes, they do. They only go so far down, but they go all the way up and back. But of course, that doesn't look very good. As far as the legs, do the legs move? A little bit. So I guess we could have him chilling on a chair, but that's really it, since we can't really have him stand up. Maybe we can have him posed as, I don't know. There's not a ton of poses he can do, but that would still work if we could get him to stand up like that. But pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty awesome, actually. And here's his vehicle right here. So his wheels, they definitely look like they roll pretty well. These roll together. So do these. Very nice. And yeah, looks like we have this roll bar right here. So let's put them back on over here. I just realized this is pretty soft plastic right here. Okay. So we'll put his hands back on the handlebars right there. And lift the leg so that we can put that back on there. You see that? You definitely won't fall off. So I guess we just put that in there and just, and let's see. Okay. Honestly, I don't know how hard and what sort of velocity it would hit, because it's literally just creating a push right here, because this opening is only so big. It looks like it may even have little rollers in there to help this move easier. And since this isn't going to open, it creates force pushing it forward, just like so. So I wonder if, ooh, I was trying to catch it on the rebound. Let's see. Oof. I mean, it didn't go super fast, but it definitely rolled. And it definitely rolled pretty well. So let's see how fast we can move. We can get this to go. Let's lift this up right here. We'll just hit it against the wall. Okay, here we go. There we go. It is pretty fun. Look at that, it bounces pretty well, and it would probably roll pretty well. So I was afraid it was really gonna take off, but no, that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Very cool. Okay, we'll set this aside, and we'll move on to our last action figure. What do you say to that? Oh, this works out pretty well. Look at that. Right on. And last but not least, it is this Spider-Mobile. It has this Miles Morales that you can't see as well because of the lighting. Once we get it open, you'll be able to see it pretty well. Look at that. Cool little Spider-Man logos. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Look at that. I'll show you the side. We have Miles. We have Spider-Man. And yep, looks pretty outstanding here. So it says Miles Morales races to the rescue in his Spider-Mobile. So all in all, this looks pretty great. Smooth rolling wheels. I guess we'll be the judge. And there we are. So pretty awesome. Let's get this open. And it shouldn't be too hard. Let's go ahead and lift this up higher. And really, that should be it. Nah. Oh wow, look at that. Okay. Where did it say some assembly required? Assembly required. Okay. This is cool. There we are. And what about this? We need to cut it. Or could we literally just push that through? There we go. All right. Okay. Let's pull our miles out. That was pretty simple. And let's see about the wheels right here. Oh! Drop something. Expecting to be a baguette in there. And whatever I dropped, I think is a little piece that goes on the very top. Well, rest in peace. Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. But here it is. Ugh. I can almost reach it. Alright. Perfect. Okay, let's set that aside. This side with it. And what is this? Just tear this. Oh, cool. Okay, so with our some assembly required, let's go ahead and take a look at our miles and then we'll build it. So here we are. His head moves pretty far forward and back, so that's pretty awesome. It does look slightly different than the other miles because this is almost like more of a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse or classic Miles versus that buff looking Miles right there, and I'll show you in just a second because I was like, is it the same? Thought it was for a second, but there we go. Head turns all the way around. Not that you'd want to, but it can. Head moves pretty far forward and back, so that's awesome. Arms be on a 90-degree angle, turn all the way around. They have a joint right here at the elbow, which they had one at the wrist. Arms come into almost a 90-degree angle, look at that. Legs go all the way forward. And a little bit more back than we're used to. And although there's no knee joint, we're able to move the hip joint like that. So here's this Miles, and that's what I meant. Like this one's like buff, while this one's a string bean. There we are. And of course this Miles has extra joints in the legs. Look at that. Now while the legs may only go back and forth there, we can still pose a little better, having that better articulation. So there's significantly different Miles after all. Even their head sculpt, look at that. So we have muscular Miles and we have string bean Miles. There we are. Which one do you think looks cooler? Wow, look at that. That looks awesome. Okay. So we'll set this Miles aside over here. And this one, we're going to end up putting in this vehicle. Assuming he fits. Look at that. Okay. Alright, this should just go like this. These wheels, the big ones would traditionally be in the back, while the little ones are in the front. Oop. There we go, watch this. Go. Same thing here. Line those up. There we go. front wheels turn pretty well, and the back ones don't turn so much. At least this back right one doesn't. Okay. This little roll bar right here. Well, I guess this isn't a roll bar. Not all the way around it, obviously. With this little rail. There we go. Set that in place right there. We have this that goes right here on the top. Okay. And is there stickers for the wheels? Like, what's going on here? Like where? Let's see in here. Yeah. Are there any in the little package? No. Nope. Oh, so they were still in the box. All the way at the bottom underneath everything. That's cool. Okay. Let's set that aside. Let's go ahead and put these right on. See if I can wish me luck. Line these up so it's equidistant for the most part. Alright, I like to call that close enough. And because the wheels aren't connected the right to the left, it doesn't need to be exact, because we can always just roll it back to where it's lined up. Oop, knocking everybody down because it was like a spider or something trying to bite me. Oh my gosh. While we're doing this, Spider-Man. Didn't even catch that right away. Ooh, and now a gnat. And great. Now there's no spider to catch the gnat. It's a mosquito. Alright. Let's get this Spider-Man logo right here. This one's slightly different. Look at that. There we go here. Very nice. So this will go here. How's that? Not too shabby. Okay. Do we have him drive? We have him drive it like that? Or we use this hand, put this hand on the wheel, and have him like waving. What up, bro chachos? Let's see. There we go. And that's more or less what we saw in the picture. Except in the picture, he wasn't holding the steering wheel. He just had his arm out over here, like this. So, nice to see that we can still have him hold the steering wheel after all. Okay. How's that? Get rid of this. Not too bad. What do you think? We can clearly get somebody else to stand back here. And let's see. All we gotta do is insert that little peg right there in the hole. Except, let's see. It's not working with me because the legs don't bend underneath for that one. So So let's see, what about this Spider-Man? There we go. Let's extend that leg. That'll work. And I wonder if this Miles, you'd have to squeeze his legs together to fit in here. Assuming it would fit. Alright, well, not fully. He starts popping back out. Oh yeah, he does. Look at that. So, there we go. That's how we can get them to fit. They're jamming. Just straight chilling. And our Spider-Man up here. So, not too bad. Let's get everybody set up here and see what they all look like together. Alright, and here we go. This should work. Look how cool this looks. Now let's put this Miles on top of Spider-Rex. That looks awesome. Went ahead and moved Spider-Ham from this little vehicle over to jumping up on the windshield right here with this Spider-Mobile. We have with this Miles and Spider-Man hanging out on the top, and we have this Venom and that Carnage. So what do you think, guys? Doesn't that look awesome? Well, I want to thank you for hanging out with us here today, guys. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you can get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these incredible Spider-Man action figures, and give us a big thumbs up. And check back on our YouTube channel for more great videos like this. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching here on Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.